Hi, I'm getting ready. The last click before I go live. Hi, thank you for joining me for Thursday Night Live with Ruth Theresa. I'm a psychic medium. I'm so excited. I know we're going to have several people jumping on here in a few minutes. I wanted to go over a couple of things. I will answer one question. Hello, Jennifer, from each person that's joining in. So I'm so thankful. Make sure that your question is really clear. I also do have my angel cards with me. So I will be pulling from angel cards. If you would like, like to know something, make sure that the question is really clear. If not, I'll have to skip your question. Let's see. I've got a couple of questions that were emailed to me, and I'll do those in just a minute. But I've got a couple of people online already, so we'll ask a few questions, go through a few questions, and then we'll see where we go from there. So let's see. Melinda's asking, can you please tell me when and what I'll be doing to start? Okay. So it's one of those, I do feel like you've been through, Melinda, several job changes over the last, I want to say a few months, but it feels like a couple of years, where you've gotten into some place and then it hasn't really worked out, or you've kind of changed things around. So understand that there are some changes coming for you in this area. Knowing that it's going to be steadier income, I do feel like something in real estate. So I don't know if that's something that you've gone into, or something to do with real estate is where I kind of get, and it could be buying and selling, or renovating, or something to do with houses. That's all I keep getting. Hi, Miss Diana. Hey, Miss Lori. Hey, Valdo. Hi, Gordana. I got a lot of people on tonight saying hi. Joe. Okay, so Joe asked, what is your would love a general message. So normally Joe, ask a question, be as clear as possible, or ask for a card. In what area, if you want it in your career, you want it in your relationships, business, whatever it is. So let's do one for Joe, and this one is yours right here. So your guardian angel, put it in the other hand. The guardian angel is coming through with sweetness, and I do feel like you're kind of in that sweetness of life where things are about to get really, really fun and easy for you. So know that that's kind of what's coming up next for you. Hey, Miss Jasmine, Kendra. I do feel like, Kendra, this kind of job is what there are pictures that they're showing me, is this job kind of leaps you forward, kind of like, almost like going off a diving board, kind of like getting you into something much different than what you've had in the past, some new positions that you're turning into. So I want you to understand that this is kind of leapboarding you into something new. So once you get into this, it's kind of like, now it's kind of, where do I want to go in that area? So know that there are a lot of changes coming for you. So Jennifer's asking, do you have any loved one messages? I do have an older gentleman that's coming through, Jennifer, broad-shouldered, kind of narrow, kind of used to be narrow in the waist before he got a little bit heavier. We're not going to talk about that. So I do feel like he's coming through with a lot of light and love. I feel like it's a father or grandfather, and I feel more connected to your dad's side, and I do feel like there's a lot more information coming through with him. So it's one of those, and as you make these new connections with your dad or father figures, are coming through a lot easier. So let me answer real quick some questions that I had emailed me. If you ever want if you are unable to join me for Thursday Night Live, you can always email me your question. I always say before 6 o'clock. It makes it much easier to print it off and have it with me. So the question I've got from Karen is John Cody on the way? And I do see him driving. I don't feel like he's getting there anytime like tomorrow or the next day, but I do feel like this is something coming very quickly through. So, and then Shelly is asking, will the company I work for offer me a manager or a lead position next year for more money? I do feel like that, but one of the things I'm going to complain about, Shelly, is one of the questions, the way you ask the question is, will the company, instead of claiming it for yourself. I know if you don't own the company, but it's one of those, it's still a company that you work for. So claim that, and that's going to make that come in a lot faster. So your question should read, will my company, the company I work for, will bring that in a lot faster. So claim that company for yourself as one of the employees there. Ivana is asking, will I get pregnant this year? I don't feel like you're getting pregnant in 2019. I do feel like a pregnancy coming in 2020 and the baby coming into 2022, somewhere around in there. So that would be kind of like later on in the year. Let's see, getting pregnant. Sasha asked, what type of job do you see me getting soon? I know it's going to be very technical because I can just feel the technical, the detail oriented that really comes in with you. So it's one of those, I want you to understand that this job is coming through and it's been on its way for quite a while, but I want you to understand it's one of those, it's going to melt perfectly into your position in your job. It's going to work with what you've already got going on, and it's going to give you a salary that really is going to make you feel like you can travel, you can go places, you can change what's going on in your life. So there's a lot of changes coming in for you. Let's see. So next we've got Vanessa. Will you pull an angel card about my family? So the angel card I get for you. Let's do it on this side. Okay, is commitment. And this is coming in from your guardian angel, but I want you to be really clear about what commitments you really want to take on at this time. You are kind of a yes girl, and so you say yes to things, and then you kind of try to figure out how to do things later on, and it overwhelms you at times. So understand that this is something that is time for you to kind of settle back and know that everything's going to be taken care of, but where are you going to put your commitment? So let's go into Sadie. Sadie's asking, pull an angel card for my family. Okay. Okay, they're trying to jump out of my hand. So the card I get for you, Sadie, is Faith. And I don't know if you can see it, but I want you to look really closely at this angel card. This angel is literally running full force off a cliff, and know that you are being supported on the other side. You have plenty of angels and guardians around you, that anything that you choose to have happen is going to come through for you. So know that those are some changes coming into you. Valdo is asking, hey Ruth, when will I get a new job? I would say kind of in the next, I almost want to say like 3 or 4 days, if not 2 weeks. It's one of those, it's coming around. I do feel like it's not going to be a long-term position. I do feel like kind of springboarding you into something else, kind of like you're going to take this position and then kind of change into something else, or kind of morph into something else. You're very welcome, Melinda. If you ever want to leave me a review, you can always email it to me. I put it up at the top. Or you can put it on Facebook. Let's see, Jasmine, can you pull a card for my family? We got lots of families coming through today. Lots of family stuff coming through. This is your card. It's Jasmine. Confidence. This is the card coming through, and this is Archangel Michael. And he's got this huge glass or crystalline sword coming through, and he's talking about confidence and moving forward into what's coming at you as full force as you possibly can, but know that there are some changes coming, and you've got the confidence and the commitment to make this happen for you. Let's see. Hi, Miss Emma. Shara is asking, can you draw a general card for me tonight? So Shara is asking for a general card, and let's see. This one's a really nice one. This one says, heaven is watching over you. So I want you to understand that heaven is really on your side, and it's one of those, listening to your thoughts and your dreams. take some time today, even doing a meditation. I have several of them online, but taking some time and think about what do you really want to draw into your life, okay? Gordana, what about my job? Okay, so Gordana, I guess we have a lot of people talking about families and jobs. So the other thing, Gordana, I get is I do feel like there's a job change. If that already hasn't happened, it's just about to happen. And I feel like there's a business closing or some opportunities closing. Have faith that this is going to be a good change for you. This is going to kind of push you forward into something that you really, really are going to love and enjoy. So know that that is some messages that are coming through for you. So I don't feel like the job is coming through right now, Gordana. I feel like it's coming in sometime late May, early June. Hi, Ollie. Let's see. Emma's asking, Emma, the message that I'm getting through for you, and I'm not sure if I already asked a question or if I just said hi to you. It's one of those, the message that I'm getting from your loved ones is to push through. And so I feel like you're kind of in a spot where you haven't been moving through, but I want you to understand that this is really the time for you to push yourself through this. Let's see. Shelly is asking, Ruth, can you pull an angel card for my family? I told you it's a family kind of night. It is a family kind of night. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, so the card that comes through, and this one's through Joan of Arc, is this card, and it's you are a leader. So I really feel like it's time for you to take some strength, some reins into your hands and kind of push your family forward. So it's one of those, it is your time to push forward. Karen is asking, hello. Okay, so Karen's asking, what is disassociating herself from the person she I am capable of being. I feel like there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of stuff that's coming through that from past lives that you're bringing forward. When you tried or you did your best and things didn't work out, it's one of those, you're bringing a lot of fear in with you. If you don't work with me, please work with someone else to remove some past life information that's still sticking to you. Let's see. Janice, there are some items missing from my home. Can you tell me who's taking them? I feel like there's more than one person taking something. One is a smaller person, so maybe someone shorter in stature than you, but I do feel like there is some things being taken from your house, and the other one is a taller woman, taller with kind of long legs. So it's one of those, I do feel like some of the items will return, but not all of them. You're going to have to demand them to come back. Lori is asking, please pull a card for her family. Don't compromise. So, Lori, this is, I think, the second time I've pulled this card for you. Don't compromise. This one is from St. Agnes of Rome, and the card says, do not compromise. So do not compromise on anything. Make sure that the standards are coming up to what you demand them to be. Let's see, Mimi is, we are getting ready to move into a new place. Mimi, I feel more like a, like 4 years or so is where I feel like you're moving into, and then there will be another change in location. So that's something that I do feel like you're going to be at for quite a while, and it may be just because it's a sweet spot for you, some really good energy there for you, that's going to bring in some changes. So Let's see, Charlie's asking, hi Ruth, please pull an angel card for her career. So I get the card child, and I know that sounds really odd for career, but it's one of those, I do feel like there's some changes, and as those changes come through, it's going to make you feel like a child, like this, almost this, moving into something new and different and exciting, and kind of just like this child of the world, of just like, wow, this is an amazing thing, and I can't imagine working for a better company than this. So there are some changes coming in that for you. Hi, Miss Debbie. Julie is asking, I've been with my husband for almost 4 years. Let's see if I can click on this. Oh my gosh, Julie, that is a long question. Okay, Julie, I'm gonna have to, like, okay, so the question I do get in here is, should I try fixing this marriage, or should I file for divorce? I feel like divorce is something that you've really contemplated for a long period of time, and I wish I had time to read the whole message that you've sent me. It does sound like I would highly suggest you getting with someone and working with someone, but I do feel like divorce is something that's really going to be healthy for you. Maybe not necessarily for him, but I do feel like it's something very important for you. So, Monty, you're very welcome. Let's see. Susie's asking, any messages for you? I do get a couple of messages for you, Susie. A couple of them are a little bit too long for this kind of venue, but I will tell you that there are several people on the other side wishing to send you some messages. One of them is an older gentleman who's really pushing energy really, really hard at me to get me to answer your question. So I want you to understand that there are some really heavy messages for you on the other side. I do feel like there's a lot of love and a lot of pride coming through in their messages. So that's something that's coming at you. Let's see. Okay. Please look, Luna. In current relationships. Okay. So the card I get for you is one that I pulled not too long ago, is Heaven is Watching Over You. So I want you to understand that there is some people moving some energy around above you, but I also feel like this is really not a healthy relationship for you. I do feel like there is some life lessons that you haven't learned or need to really listen to, but I do feel like there are some life lessons here, and that's why you haven't been able to let this go. As soon as you learn the life lesson or figure it out, it's one of those that will change, and that relationship will also shift and adjust on its own. So let's see. Tammy is asking, does my mother have any messages for you? She does, and her messages are, okay, this is an interesting one. You're gonna have to tell me about this one, Tammy. Animals. There is an animal message for you that's coming through, and I want you to have some really clear information about this. There's a similarity between an animal that your mom had and an animal that you have, or an animal that you had as a child living with your mom. So there are some changes coming in there, and it may be an animal about to transition or an animal about to come back in. So that is your message from your mom. Let's see. Do I have any health issues now or in the future? Jade is asking. Not necessarily. As long as you keep releasing energy, health issues will not jump at you. So understand it's something that you need to release. There's a lot of energy coming at you. So make sure that you get that. Okay, Morgan, Does my dad have any messages for you? So one of the messages is kind of, okay, I know your dad has some quirky energy because he's coming at me on all fronts. I want you to understand that your dad is calling you Yorgie or Morgie or something really short and sweet. But I do want you to understand that there is some changes coming, and he is so excited for some changes that are coming at you. I want to say like sometime late May. So there are some changes coming in for you, and I want you to understand that there is some much love that he's sending you. It's one of those, he has a very strange sense of humor in that one. Karen, I already answered your question. I did it at the very beginning. I think I know. Okay, Kristen, it's one of those, yes, there is a very real possibility of you being in an amazing relationship, but it's not going to be anytime this year. There is a lot of healing that you've got to go through, a lot of things that you need to let go of, change your thinking, and once you change, you're going to be drawing in that amazing new relationship to you. So understand that there are some changes coming in at you. Rosie's asking, I'm going to leave this. Rosie, you will. It's one of those, this has really been, the energy is very heavy in that marriage. So I want you to understand it is very dishonoring of who you are and what you bring to this relationship. But I want you to understand is there are some changes coming, and just even asking this question is step number 15. You're almost there. So you've got some other choices to make, and I do feel like they're coming in through soon. Let's see. Tony, hi, how are you? Charlie, Karen, you didn't get skipped. I answered your right at the beginning, so go back and look at the recording in just a second. So, okay, guys, don't repost your questions. I will get to them as quickly as I can, but every person gets one question. That's it. There's no more. It's one of those one question. Julie, at the very top is my website or my email address. So make sure you contact me, and we will set up an appointment for you as quickly as we can. Karen, I answered yours right at the beginning. I think at like 9:05. I looked at the clock. So go back and look at the recording. Once it's posted, it'll be on there. I answered yours, Miss Kristen. Jessica's asking, do you have any messages from my grandmother? The message I get most poignant with your grandmother is coming through is there's a lot of hope. And so there is some changes coming through, and she's hoping for the best for you in all of this. There is a lot of stress related in this situation, so I want you to understand that there are some changes, and she has tons of hope that this is going to be different for you this time. Okay, Tammy, it's the smallest one is the one that's coming through from your mom. Johnson, Anna is asking, do I have any messages from my mom or dad? Let's see. The message that they're telling me is speak your truth. So I feel like there are some messages that you haven't spoken your truth with, or you haven't been truthful and withheld. It's not necessarily you've lied. I feel like you withheld things from yourself and others. Sissy is asking messages this week for my sweetie. Sissy, the message I get most poignant right now is about patience. So there's some some changes coming in. There's some patience. So just be patient as these changes come in. So just relax and know that they're coming in at you. Hello, Miss Grace. Okay. We got about 5 minutes left. Were you able to get my question? I did answer your question right at the beginning, Ollie, so know that it's right at the beginning. So if you haven't posted a question, go ahead and post your question now, and I know Grace was on and Tony was on. I didn't see a message from you guys, so if y'all are posting a question, we still got a few minutes here. So the other thing is, I will not be here next Thursday evening. I'm going to be on a ghost tour here in Galveston, Texas. I live in Houston. So I want you to understand that I am going to be on a ghost tour. I am inviting several of my clients. If y'all want to come and join me, I will be down at the Galvez at the ghost tour May 9th. I think check-in starts at 5:30. It should be over about 10 or so. I do have some things for some clients that are coming down there and joining me. So I want people to understand that this is not something I'm doing, I'm joining in. There will be some amazing energy shifting at that time. We're going to be doing some changes. And then I've got a group reading May 18th here in Sugar Land from 7 to 10 p.m. I've got some things coming in. Okay. Kimberly, has anyone come through for me? There are about 6 ghosts out there, Kimberly, that are coming through. The strongest message I'm getting from one of them is an older female, kind of broad-shouldered, but short in stature. She's not very tall, probably like just over 5 foot or so. She's coming through with some amazing energy, and I do feel like there are some changes, and she's coming to you with the message of there are some changes coming, and he wants you to know that there are some changes coming. So I'm sorry, not him, her. So I want you to understand that there's some changes coming, and I feel like that could be most likely in the career. Troy, I'm going to tell you, you're asking, does your dad have anything to say to you? And he's not showing me anything. He's not telling me anything. He's showing me a picture of you guys fishing together, and it's one of those kind of sitting back in a chair, relaxing and just having a conversation. And he's like, that's what I want you to remember about me. That's what I want you to remember about me. So he has some sweet energy coming at you. Any message for Grace? Grace, this is coming through from your dad. And I do feel like there are some changes, and you and I need to communicate. I have some other information for you, Grace. So some other stuff that came in earlier for you. I know some of my crazy Arizona people. You need to connect with me, Grace, because I've got some other information for you. But there's several messages from your dad that are coming through. Let's see. Gina, I would say that your mom knows how you feel. I'm going to tell you that she doesn't want you to hold on to that anger, that resentment, that guilt, those feelings. She wants you to think about her with love. It's one of those, there's a lot of love coming in around her. Let's see. Diana's asking, about her future. Your future has always been tied to your emotions, Diana, and it's one of those, when you feel out of whack, it's one of those, there's a lot of emotions coming around. I would tell you that you're also clairsensitive, and so you pick up on other people's energy, and that can really affect your energy negatively. So it's something that you need to learn how to control. I teach classes, but there are other people that teach classes close to you, so you need to step up and get some help. This will be our last question. This one's for Stacy. Can you pull a card for me for May? May. Okay. The card I get is sleep. And I do feel like you get a lot of your messages, Stacy, through your dream state. So I want you to understand that there's a lot of messages coming through to you during your dream state. I would tell you that that's part of one of your gifts, that you get a lot of information during that cycle. So I want you to understand that you need to start writing down your dreams. Really think about what's coming energetically coming at you. But I want you to understand that there are some changes coming in, and they want to tell you about them in your dreams. So you need to understand your dreams much easier. We are up for tonight. Like I said, I will not be here Thursday. Next Thursday, I will be at the Galvez in Galveston, Texas, and I'll be doing a ghost tour down there, joining them. And then my clients and friends that are joining me down there, we're going to do a meditation. So that'll be something fun. And then I've got a group reading here in Sugar Land, Texas, May 18th from 7 to 10. So if you're interested, please let me know. Tickets are already online. I know people have been having some PayPal issues with me, but I want you to understand that those are some changes that are happening, changes that are coming in, and hopefully I'll get it all fixed really, really soon. I hope y'all have an amazing night, and we'll be talking to you soon. Have a great one, guys. Good night.